I keep telling myself for the 5 millionth time, I'm safe, I'm safe, I'm safe. I have taken my 5 millionth breath. I've put my hand over my heart and keep trying to comfort myself. I can't walk any more than I could 8 months ago. This is not working. Hey everybody, Coach Junior here from the CFS recovery team. And in this video, we're going to be talking about practicing that balance between hope and nervous system safety and practicality and applying real steps to your situation. Now, before I get started, I do want to preface this video by saying by no means am I a doctor or a medical professional. I'm just someone who has happened to have this condition, such as yourself, has gone through it, have since recovered, and have had the privilege to speak to literally thousands of people, taking the information that I've learned and then giving it back to you in the form of this YouTube video in hopes that you can apply this to your situation to make your recovery just that much easier. So let's talk about our topic today: hope versus practicality. Both are equally as important. Each one cannot function without the other. Okay? Why do I say this? Let me tell you a little story. All right? Because during my journey, when I first discovered that this was the nervous system, I started, getting involved in nervous system social media, whether that was online through Instagram, TikTok, my Facebook, right? And I would see a lot of things about how to heal the nervous system, how to go on your healing journey, how it's actually really good, not just for your nervous system, but for the soul and the spirit. It was also a very emotional journey. It seems like a lot of people were very much involved in. And that is something that I actually really needed in my recovery. I really needed people around me in a community, in a space online to invoke that sense of calmness and peace and relaxedness, right? And so a lot of good, really deep breathing exercises. A lot of people taught me about mindfulness on those sites and those apps. A lot of people told me a whole bunch of really good tips and tricks to really get my energy in a place that was appropriate for healing. Here's the mistake that I made, was that I thought that this was the entire picture, and that as long as I can get my nervous system out of a danger zone state or out of a fight or flight state, that naturally my physical capacity would just start coming back, because the more I signaled safety, just if I waited long enough, I would just start to be able to walk again. That was not the case. I'll tell you why. It was a dark and stormy night in one day in my recovery. This sounds like I'm telling some kind of old folk tale or something. I'm serious. It was raining that night and I was in bed and I was just hanging out. And I was doing some deep breathing, right? Because I had a little bit more of an active day. But I remember feeling really, really frustrated in my bed that night, because there was a point where my mental hit just like this ceiling and I was so fed up with it. And I was like, let me tell you something right now. I keep telling myself for the 5 millionth time, I'm safe, I'm safe, I'm safe. I have taken my 5 millionth breath. I've put my hand over my heart and keep trying to comfort myself. I can't walk any more than I could 8 months ago. This is not working. And what I realized is that it wasn't the entire picture. What I was expecting out of this nervous system work was to be able to get myself out of a fight or flight situation, have my nervous system stabilize, and then eventually I was just waiting for the results. I was only doing it halfway, because whilst this is actually really important to get you into a mode of nervous system safety, there also comes a point where you have to engage and apply practical steps to your situation as well. Because what I was missing was, whilst I was able to invoke a sense of safety, tell myself I was safe, right? Take those deep breaths and calm my system down. I got that part down. What I was missing was the actual practical step of getting up and actually trying to go out of my comfort zone and go for a little bit of a walk and take action as well. So that was me now practicing a realistic, practical approach of like, okay, Junior, you can do this. Hope, it's really important. Safety, it's really important. Calming the nervous system down, getting yourself into a healing space, That's really important. Now, walk. Now start going out of your comfort zone a little bit physically. Now start challenging yourself as well. And that's when I started seeing my progress start to skyrocket and move forward, because I was doing both parts. I was firing both of the cylinders that needed to be fired and not just doing one or the other. They both need each other, you guys. You can't expand activity without knowing how to put your nervous system in a calm state, because that's the part that keeps your head mentally and emotionally above water when you're having flare-ups, right? But at the same time, you can't just have hope and hope and hope and hope and hope your way into a full recovery where you can walk more. That's just not how that works either. It also needs to be paired with realistic practicality and steps. So whilst hope, beautiful thing, absolutely necessary, it's only going to take you so far if you don't practice the other part, which is actually putting yourself out there, getting yourself on your feet, or let's say if you're bedbound, practicing actually physically sitting up a little bit more. If you're couch bound, practice moving around your home a little bit more, right? If you're housebound, practice getting out of your house and taking that few steps outside just a little bit more, right? Practical steps to your situation paired with hope will take you way farther than just relying on hope and safety itself. I hope that helps everybody. Okay. It's a simple concept, but it's something that I felt was really important because it's something that I was missing for a good chunk of my recovery in the beginning, right? Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, my name is Coach Junior, and I will see you all next time.
I would say that CFS recovery is absolutely the real deal.
I actually felt like somebody had an answer, like somebody explained what was going on, and it all clicked.